live back in the days. Don't be left behind. Join the new normal of digital world. Let radio and television be at your fingertips. Get news and current events, entertainment, sports, kiddies programs, and more at your beck and call on Al-IyamoyeTV and radio. Just visit and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on all social media platforms. Then you are a global citizen. Al-IyamoyeTV and radio. Voice of the voiceless.
Nani.
Rooney! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! Wayne Rooney out of this world! 2-1.
Your Saturdays just got better. 7 hours of live streaming of football games.
Messi. Immens Messi. Encara Messi.
Featuring Premier League, La Liga, Ligue 1, Bundesliga, Serie A, and all the league games in Europe. All you need to do is watch and listen to us on live football every Saturday from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Al-IyamoyeTV.
Good morning. A beautiful morning, beautiful out there. To our viewers and listeners on Al-IyamoyeTV and radio, we do enjoy the way you do with us, the way you hear our program, the way you like, the way you comment on all our programs. You people out there, we say a big thank you to you. This is another edition of Sportville today. We'll be giving you the latest news that comes up yesterday, this morning. Just give you a little out of it so you can go on there to check, to read more of the news coming up to you. I am Ibrahim Onigbinde, and my colleagues here is.
I'm Sowole, Moshood, SMS. Good morning.
Good morning. Let me start from the English Premier League, Luton side. And Luton confirmed the signing of Andy Townsend, 32-year-old, on a deal until January as Aiders, Bowles, Rob Edwards hailed the winger's Premier League quality and humble and outstanding attitude. He has been a free agent since leaving Everton at the end of 2022-2023 season after breaking through the youth rank at Tottenham. Townsend, who we wear the number 30 shirt at Luton, he has gone on the rack of 264 Premier League appearances for Spurs, Newcastle, Crystal Palace, and everything. That is for Andy Townsend at the age of 32 years, which Eden Hazard was retiring at the age of 32. Andy Townsend was still playing, moving around, roaming around, he played at Tottenham. Starting from Tottenham, he played at Newcastle, Crystal Palace, Everton. Now at Luton Town, at the age of 32, he still wants to play. That he's not retiring now. He wants to be a legend as Ronaldo, playing to the age of 40. Look at Thiago Silva. Let's talk about that. He's 39 years old, still playing football presently. And look the way he plays. Still even much more better than those that are still young. They are still younger than he. Look at that. So Thiago Silva at the age of 39. And the Townsend was also someone like that. Look at Sami Nasri when he retired in his football career. So Andy Townsend is a good one for him. But I believe he is not expected to be playing much more better at Luton Town. But we want to build with the team. Once in a while, if he's being substituted as used as a player in the team as well, he will be okay with that. So let me just move on that. I won't want to say much on that. Or do you want everything to say about Andy Townsend? That's a good one. Now to Birmingham City. That's the championship, the other side of Premier League. Wayne Rooney returns to English football after he is confirmed as the new boss at Manchester City. With the Manchester United legend set to link up with Tom Bradley after the club owner sacked John Oates. When Rooney has been confirmed as the new manager of Birmingham City on 3 years deal, his return to English football comes after the club sacking of John Oates. The former England captain will be joined by his former international teammate Ashley Cole as well as John O'Shea, who spent 7 years with Rooney at Manchester United. Mike Taylor will remain at the club as goalkeeper coach. That is for Wayne Rooney. Congratulations to him for being the manager of Birmingham City. Do you think Wayne Rooney could be a better manager at Birmingham City? We've talked about this before. I just want to say now he's been confirmed as the manager of Birmingham City. Looking at what he has done far at DC United, how did he do that? They can't even when he's playing career, he played well, which everybody knows it's best in its own side. But looking at him for a coaching side at Birmingham City, do you think? I said it the last time we talked about it. Was it on Monday or so?
On Tuesday.
On Tuesday, Birmingham City was on the sixth in the table or seventh on the table.
Six on the table.
On the table of the championship. Now they were moving, like trying to, because the only number one and number two and championship will be qualified, which other will play a playoff. Do you think Birmingham City, having Wayne Rooney as the manager, they will prove themselves, or they are coming back to the Premier League? What do you say about that?
With Macaroni has been a very good player in his playing days, and as well, if you look at with Macaroni when he was the coach of Derby County, let's look at how this guy managed Derby County and what's at the resources that he has at Derby County. Don't forget then, I think the FA deducted like 12 points from Derby County points when it got to Derby County, and they moved on to the 20th in the table, and they were unable to sign players. He only bring in academic players to play, and he was unable to save Derby County from relegating to League 2. So it means it's not the kind of coach that always needs huge amount of money to invest, and he has made a good move on appointing Ashley Cole and John Uche as assistants. Ashley Cole has been an assistant to Frank Lampard at Derby County, assistant to him at Chelsea as well. So he has really, he was very brave to appoint John Uche and Ashley Cole as his assistant, so that, and don't forget, Ashley Cole is I think he's as that coach of England under 20.
Yes.
As well. So he has already learned his lesson, or at least he need a lot of experienced coach beside him to be able to move Birmingham City. And I know, mark my words, Birmingham City, I think they will be up to the task of going to the playoff or promoting automatically to English Premier League.
Oh, thank you for that. Let me just move to Aston Villa. I'm still on English Premier League presently, with your talisman moved Aston Sur. Belgium Stars already seeking Aston Villa exit after breakdown in relationship with manager Unai Emery. The Belgian international has reportedly had a fallout with manager Unai Emery over his lack of minutes at Villa Park. The 26-year-old has appeared in 8 Premier League matches thus far this season, but did not start in any of those games. Football Insider report that talisman is growing impatient and could consider making a move away from the club in January transfer window. Emery has thus far preferred Boubacar Kamara, John McGinn, and Douglas Lewis in his midfield ahead of the Belgian. Let me just talk about this a little about this guy, Yuri Talisman. When he was at Leicester City, playing alongside with James Maddison, Mendy, Albertine at Leicester City. Talisman was a very good player, which I even love him the way he plays there, because he do play some outside shots, which was not even expected. He just come and play, and he's a very good midfielder. But unfortunately, going to Aston Villa, and I thought the way Maddison moved to Tottenham, proving himself there, I thought the same thing will also happen to him, to Ruben Tielemans. But unfortunately, the reverse is the case. At Aston Villa now, he's not even, he has only appeared 8 times.
And both 8 times are from the bench.
From the bench. Not a start has even come from him. Why did Unai Emery, did he bring the player to the team just for him to sit on the bench? Because let's talk about it, because Aston Villa has a lot of players. Because they signed some good players this season, and they're playing perfectly well this season. So with the help of Yuri Talisman, I think if we can just introduce this guy as well. But I think, but my own thought, I was like, maybe he's afraid of rotating the team, because the lack of McGinn, the lack of Boubacar, Douglas Lewis, and the midfield, unless maybe some of them had an injury, then maybe you can introduce him. But because he was even afraid of rotating the team, that was why he's just been like that. But Talisman is a good player. That's why he said if he can't get the chance to play, he has to leave in January. But to think about Talisman.
I know it's possible for Tielemans to leave in January, but I was very surprised when he joined Aston Villa on the free transfer from Leicester City. And if you look at this guy very well, I think Arsenal are one of the teams that are favourite to sign this guy when he was at Leicester City.
Of course.
January last year. But at the end of the day, they didn't eventually sign him. He went to Aston Villa on a free transfer. And don't forget, Aston Villa sometimes use a 4-4-2 formation. But when they brought in this guy from Bayern Leverkusen, Diaby, they started changing the formation a little bit to 4-3-3 formation. Sometimes they start with 4-4-2, and at the end of the day, they end up playing in 4-4-3 formation. But my own case from another angle is that so far the players Emery is using are giving him the best results. It's very difficult for Emery to change those players and bring you Telemans. Although you Telemans, if he's given any chance, he will really prove himself.
Of course.
It's kind of player that he really wants playing on the side. But I know you Telemans will rather leave Aston Villa in January and join that team rather than me staying at Aston Villa and continue sitting on the bench.
Thank you very much about that. Let me go to Joe Mototi. I'm just Madison. Admit the international break has come at an annoying time for Tottenham with the midfielder at the top of his game. Madison told BBC Radio yesterday that representing for England remains the pinnacle, but admitted that the break was frustrating from the club perspective as it is altered Tottenham momentum. The midfielder also believes he is at the top of his game after providing 2 goals and 5 assists since his £45 million summer move from Leicester City. What James Madison just said is a very good thing. You know, this international break comes at a very annoying time. You know, because these players, the way they are proving themselves, the way they are coming up. After the international break, a lot of things can happen. Maybe from the player, an injury comes up. The player might not perform the way they performed it before. Sometimes we start having a setback from there. You know, it was like the momentum they are bringing up to the team, the likes of the player, the likes of James Madison, likes of Kulusevski, the likes of our son, even Richard. Let's not talk about Richard. Even if he's been substituted or used some time. Let's talk about him at the Sar. Now they went on international break. Coming back from international break, you don't think can happen. What do you say about Tottenham? Do you think they can still prove themselves after the international break? They'll still continue the way they started the season.
You know, sometimes international break is a blessing in disguise for some teams. Right? Some teams always find it hard to go to international break. I know one of the teams that will be very happy with international break is Manchester United. At least they have some breathing space. They will need to relax and get out of the trouble they went to. Same thing as Man City. Don't forget, Man City lost 3 eyes on a row in Carabao Cup, twice in the English Premier League. So they will find it as a good moment for them to go to international break and refresh that way. It will come at a bad time for Arsenal. It will come at a bad time for Chelsea as well. But Chelsea are also the form. Same for Tottenham Hotspur. Same thing as West Ham United and Liverpool. Liverpool sometimes will be happy with international break because they play a draw twice. They played draw twice. So no, they lost against Tottenham Hotspur and drew against Brighton. Yes. Brighton and Albion. So it will come as a disgust, as a blessing in disgust for some teams, and some teams will find it hard. But Tottenham Hotspur, I think the international break sometimes is maybe a bad moment for them because they have the good moments. They are very on form, and don't forget after international break, Bizuma will not be on the pitch. They got the red card against Luton Town. So it's now left for them to be able to continue the momentum without the likes of Bizuma. If none of them got injured from international break, that is, if they don't got injured from international break, would they continue with the momentum? That's still yet to be known. So really, it's the blessing in disguise for some teams and a bad moment for some other team as well.
Before we go on international break, let me just talk about Manchester United. Harry Maguire threatens to leave Manchester United in January if his bid path or road continues under Erik ten Hag. As the England developer points out his ridiculously high win percentage, I am not going to sit here all my life and play once in a month. If it carries on, I am sure myself and the club will sit down and have a chat about things, said Maguire, speaking on international duty ahead of England double header against Australia on Friday and Italy on Tuesday. You know, Harry Maguire, before this time, I believe he should have leave to West Ham United, which Manchester United are ready to pay £30 million then for Harry Maguire. But unfortunately, and Ten Hag later come back and said, it was Harry Maguire that said, I did not want to leave at first. And Ten Hag was now then, the team had an issue. They started having an injury. started coming to the team, it was like, oh, let me just leave Harry Maguire. He will be part of my team, part of what I'm to use. Now look at it now. He's not being used. I don't mean he has went to West Ham United. Probably he may be one of their defenders, starting up for them if he proves himself very well. So fortunately, at Manchester United, look at, and I want to talk about something. Do you think Erik ten Hag is not causing a chaos in Manchester United team? One, I will look at Harry Maguire now. That was how Jesse Lingard also left. Sancho as well now, almost leaving by January as well. We don't know yet until when it comes. Do you think Erik ten Hag is having an issue with the team? Because look at Liz Martinez when he's on injury. I think Maguire should be in the team with Evans or with Lindelof. But Maguire will sit while he bring in Evans and Lindelof.
That you will use Casemiro as central back.
I don't understand. So what do you think about Manchester United team? Do you think Erik ten Hag is the problem of the team? Or do you think the player are the problem to themselves? What do you think about
you know what, on Harry Maguire issue, I think at least he started the game against Brentford. And he had an assist.
Of course, yes he did.
So aside from the assist, it was not even at fault for against Brentford. So he's now trying his best. I thought someone when Amrabat was used as left position, yes. I saw I see Erik ten Hag doesn't know what he's doing. You should have bring in Harry Maguire and John Evans at the centre back and use Lindelof to play from central right back position and use Diogo as left back and try it out. And he tried it out against Brentford and it really worked out.
Of course, it did.
You know what? There is this news yesterday that came out that there are some players in Manchester United's team that are not satisfied with the treatment Erik ten Hag gave to Ronaldo last season. And the treatment he has given to Sancho this season as well. So don't forget, there was a treatment that he gave to Harry Maguire. Same thing in on the board, he gave another treatment, bad treatment to David De Gea. So you expect some players in the team not to gang up against him? Don't mark my words. We will still get to know the facts that make the Sancho to be banished out of the first 11. John Mikel Obi said something yesterday. He said, if it was to be Sir Alex Ferguson, he will not come out and say something bad about this player. Of course. Mikel Obi even said something that during his days at Chelsea, that John Terry, being the captain of the side, if there is an issue, I noticed that there is an issue between his player and the coach, he will need to grab the player and took the player to the coach office. And they will settle it between the coach, captain, and the player in question. Before the press will even hear of it. Even if the press hear of it, they will have settled the dispute between themselves in-house. So it means Erik ten Hag himself is not that experienced enough to handle some players at Manchester. He believed he's handling the kids he managed at Amsterdam. No, but then the kids always listen to his word. Likes of Neres, likes of Gordon van der Beek, Frankie de Jong, Andre Onana, the likes of Martins Delight. They always listen to him because they are kids. Now at Man U is different to Ajax Amsterdam. So we still get to know the issue that went through between Sancho and Erik ten Hag. Time will tell.
Thank you very much. I just went on an commercial break. After back, we'll give you, there's still some news that comes up this morning, which will give you the latest update on that. Let's go on our commercial break. Do stay with us. Thank you.
Wayne Rooney out of this world.
Gbogbo aláfẹ́ tó gbayì tó fẹ́ wọṣọ yìí ṣoge tó bágbàmú ló ń kọjá lọ sí House of Zayana. House of Zayana, the name I know when we talk of top-notch fashion, quality materials and class. House of Zayana, lẹ́tí máa rójúlówó Turkey wears, Egypt and Malaysia clothing, Dubai, àwọn designer bags lóríṣiríṣi, àwọn ìtẹ̀lẹ̀ bàtà tó jiná tí wọ́n fawọ́ original ṣe, àwọn aago kájọ́ tó ń ka wákàtí ọjọ́, designer sunglasses and perfumes, pẹ̀lú àwọn gbogbo nǹkan tóbìnrin àsìkò fi ń gbafẹ́ lò gbà. Mo débẹ̀, ojú mi ń ṣe kámi, èmi ni ó rà, èmi ni ó mú, gbogbo ẹ̀yin mùsùlùmí ẹlẹ́sìn tẹ́ gbòógè gbọ́n pa fashion tẹ́ wá nílò jàlábíà hijab àti àbáyà lóríṣiríṣi House of Zayana lẹ́ọ̀ ti rí gbogbo ẹ̀ rà. House of Zayana wà ní 52 ọlọ́run ṣògo road adjacent Redeemed Church Agape Parish ọlọ́run ṣògo Abẹ́òkúta. Lórí Instagram House of Zayana 08165688618 House of Zayana ilé ìtajà tá a ti ń tojúlówó aṣọ àti nǹkan aṣaralóge tí ń gbéni níyì.
Thousands have been disappointed severally in their bid to seek greener pasture abroad. To those quack in the traveling agency business, it is a rocket science. That is not our case at Tausaf Travels and Tour. We have in-depth details on how to successfully, without stress, help you process and secure your visa to anywhere in the world. Do you want permanent residential visa, visiting and tourism visa, student visa to places like Europe, America, Asia, Africa? It's no big deal to us at Tausaf Travels and Tour. Our years of experience and expertise speaks volume for us. Let's process and secure visa for you to UK, USA, and Canada within a twinkle of an eye. We offer Hajj and Umrah services to our Muslim faithfuls. What are you waiting for? Consult us at number 9 Tausaf Central Mosque, Sholanke Street, behind Laroy Hotel, Abiola Way, Abeokuta. 0802 733 0900 or 0806 578 4060. Stop wasting money. Pay for peace of mind. Talk to Tausaf Travels and Tour.
Nani. Rooney! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! Wayne Rooney!
Welcome back from the commercial break. Welcome back. We thank you for still being on air. Thank you for still standing there, hearing from us on Al-IyamoyeTV and radio. I'm just bringing it up to you from Napoli's side. And from that we have Antonio Conte had a long direct talk with Napoli today. Discussions were not positive as Italian coach decided to keep waiting for new opportunity. Napoli president De Laurentiis spoke directly to Conte, but no agreement. Antonio preferred to wait before accepting new job. What do you say about? Do you think Antonio Conte? To my own belief, to my own understanding, I believe Antonio Conte should be a better manager for Napoli's side, because the way I was just looking at, because the way, the kind of manager he is, the way he has proved himself in EPL, at Chelsea, at Tottenham, you know, the way he did with the players, the way, you know, my own, even at Inter Milan, you know. So for him going to Napoli, look at the set of players at Napoli, the likes of the players there. I think he's the kind of manager that can undo those things. Oh, what do you think about Antonio Conte?
I don't think that Conte is the best option for Napoli, because the reason why I say such is because of the league that Napoli got last season. There are a lot of pressure on Napoli to be able to at least got the league this season, or at least fight for the league.
You know why I said that? Because he has also been in an Italian manager before, so he should have experience of how.
If you look at Antonio Conte, after leaving Chelsea, he went to Inter Milan. After leaving Inter Milan, if you look at his pedigree at Inter Milan, he won the league.
Of course.
And the following season, the team ended up being a flop. And after leaving Inter Milan, he came to not Tottenham. He went to Italy national team.
Oh yes.
International side. He just only coached them for a whole season. From there, he get to Tottenham Hotspur. And Tottenham Hotspur, he used 2 seasons. A whole 2 seasons that he didn't even get something to do at Tottenham Hotspur. Don't forget, the kind of formation that Antonio Conte always use. That is the problem I have with him. Because that formation will give you the results in the first season. The second season, it will wind you up. So now, are we not seeing it as if Antonio Conte's style of play is now being demolished? It's diminishing. Look at Jose Mourinho. His style of play has diminished. Totally. It's not in this era. Same thing. Look at Thomas Tuchel. It was very smart to change his formation from 3-5-2 formation and get back to 4-3-3 formation. Because he knows that these days, hardly if you want to use 3-4-3 formation, it should be in an attacking way.
And you have to have a good players that can be able to defend.
And if you look at Man City does it very well. They do it against Arsenal. If you look at Man City, if they're attacking, there'll be 3 at the back. 3 at the back of the Diaz, the Radio, and that's an 8. You will see Walker attacking fully.
Yes.
But when defending, there will be 4 at the back. Not as Anthony Conte. There will be 5 at the back for Anthony Conte. The wing back will now be doing a lot of work, and at the end of the day, they've got injured. So I don't think it's the next option for Napoli. And I think Napoli as well, they've made a mistake. The mistake is when Luciano Spalletti left the team. They should have not go for Gazia. Coach that is coming from Saudi League. What do you expect him to do in Italian Serie A? You should look for another coach, and I think if they are able to get other coaches as well.
Which coach do you think? Because there's still some. Like, which coach do you think if they eventually go for this manager? I think it would be a best option for them.
And if they can go for Gallardo, the River Plate coach.
You just like this Gallardo because you talked about Gallardo. I think
this is why I go for him ahead of Graham Potter. I don't believe Graham Potter is at the same level with Napoli. Graham Potter wants to manage a Champions League team. But Graham Potter is not even at the level at all. The Gallardo is coming from River Plate, from Argentina. There's some coaches.
And also not play. He's also not playing Champions League.
He's not playing. If you look at some coaches from some Americans, they end up being a good coach. Okay. In terms of their style of playing, not a defensive style of playing, attacking style of playing, but normally they at least their defensive will be very strong. Although they are not coaching, you guys say they should go for it's possible.
Of course.
Zidane can handle the job, but will Zidane be able to handle the job against his former side? It's Juventus. That's another thing entirely. So Juventus is available as well. Gallardo is available.
But there was a news that came up. Zidane was like about to get to Olympic Marseille, but eventually he said, "I'm not going for now. I still want to be with my family."
So it's still possible. At least we have some younger coach around. I'm not going for Frank Lampard. No, that is not going area.
Steven Gerrard.
No, it's the fact. We never leave and the fact for Europe football.
Because of the pay. Let me just move to Spain. Real Madrid. Kepa was asked about Real Madrid loan deal. Of course, I'd love to stay at Real Madrid. And in the future, who doesn't want to stay at this club? I'm very happy here. And also about Ibrahim had signed a long-term deal at Real Madrid as expected, valid until June 2028. A new release clause is €1 billion. Let me just talk about Kepa Arrizabalaga. He said, he was asked, do you still want to stay at Real Madrid? Yesterday I saw in news, he is now coming up a little.
Rehabilitation, at least he has been coming back from the injury.
He's not using a stick anymore. He has been trying to train on his own. He's coming up now. Kepa Arrizabalaga was now being asked, will you stay? He said he would rather stay than to go back to Chelsea.
No, the reason why he stays is at home. He's feeling at home. Spain. His family are Spain. So he doesn't need them to come to.
So did he want to go back to number two goalkeeper?
That is the final point. He will go back to number 2 because if Ibrahim comes back from injury, there's no doubt he's coming back to the first 11 position.
Of course.
So Kepa Arrizabalaga will be on the bench. Now he will rather blame himself, not staying at Chelsea, but he went to Real Madrid because at Real Madrid he will be able to get the call up to national side. They will never overlook him. So now he's playing, although he's conceding goals, but when he come back from injury, he's claiming the first spot position. But I think Chelsea as well, they really move up, move ahead, getting Roberto Sanchez and Petrovic. So yes, they really move ahead, and it's only less for Chelsea. If Madrid can be able to pay what Chelsea put on Kepa Arrizabalaga, that is the question.
5 Real Madrid players have a long-term contract announcement coming soon. Over the last few years, Real Madrid have built one of the best squad in the world football, and with many of their players 25 or younger, they have the potential to dominate for many years to come. Real Madrid have moved to make sure that their squad remains together and have agreed contract extension with 5 notable players, as Relevo have reported. These are Vinicius Jr., Eder Militao, Rodrigo, Edouard Camavinga, and Federico Valverde. Look at those 5 players. Do you think Real Madrid in the next future What do you see Real Madrid is turning into?
And they really build a team for the future. And they look beyond Toni Kroos and
Look at-
Casemiro.
Even Luka Modric.
Yes.
Even Luka Modric was even complaining now that
He will complain because this young lads,
is not being
this young
used
lads
anymore.
doesn't want to leave that position. They've really built a lot for the future. Look at their midfield position. You talk about Edith Kamavinga. You talk about Valverde. You talk about Jude Bellingham. They've built a whole lot of 4 players. At least for the next 10 years at Real Madrid, they will move on with Real Madrid. And we look at their front forward. You look for this Junior. They will say Rodrigo.
and they will still bring
So it's
the
possible.
Galactico.
Adagula,
yes.
not 3 at a young age, not above 25 years old in the front forward. It's possible they bring it. They bring in Kylian Mbappe. It's possible, and it's not. Sometimes they might not get Kylian Mbappe, but if they brought in Kylian Mbappe, 24 years of age. Look at the back line. Look at Eder Militao. At least a very good winner. Frank Garcia. Same thing. The only detriment they get at the back line is Anthony Rudiger and David Alaba. And same thing as Dani Carvajal and Nacho. So they will build as well. Don't forget, this guy has this guy, Endrick, for Palmeiras from Brazil. They've signed him. They will join them by next season. So they are building for the future, and they know the kind of sources that they've got in years to come, and they want all this player to be able to at least got the experience from the old player. Not to have a problem if their squad is built on young players.
Thank you very much. Let's just talk about this will be the last, but not the least, on Sportville today. Let's just talk about the rumor was on X platform yesterday about what happened in Ogun State. You know, we just have to just brief talk about that. You know, a stadium being used for a ceremony party. So it's uncalled for. It's symbolizing, you know, using a stadium, a pitch that needs to be used in playing football, a sports games, being used for something else. So do you think it's a good idea? Because a news got us to, like, they were asked. They asked the sports manager about it. Like it said, thing of such will still continue to happen because they need revenue for the state. Is that a good idea for the state to use the main stadium, the state stadium, as a ceremonial party stadium or a party field? Or what do you think about that to end our story?
Ibrahim, it's sad, it's terrible, horrible and worrisome. That's the stadium that is meant for football. They gave out to church. It's not only church. Sometimes Muslims also always use as well. They do some gathering there. And if you look at this pitch, Gateway were banished from that particular pitch, not to play for that pitch because the pitch was not good last season.
Yes. They
need to banish them to Ijebu-Ode, where Gateway United lost so many fans. Fans in Abeokuta doesn't want to go to Ijebu-Ode to go and support them. You want people to travel all the way from Abeokuta to Ijebu-Ode to go and watch Gateway United? So now they had a problem last season, not playing they play away from home. Now at Ijebu-Ode, not a lot of fans come out to watch them a day. So they end up have a bad season. If not for the last game against Crown FC of Ogumosho, where they won 1-0, they have got to the third tier league, NLO. Now the Gateway has been on relegation since the regime of Osman Dadane in Ogun State, 15 years ago.
That's much.
And now under Senator Ibrahim, 8 years, nothing was done. Same thing under the present administration.
I think our government are not just looking into sports. They were just about. I don't remember.
2006, Gateway, they're very, very good side. Gateway, don't forget, it wasn't in 2007 that this same Kucho Stadium hosted Nigeria versus Rwanda day.
Yes.
I could not forget. The first time I will have the chance to have a face-to-face with John Mikelobi, Christian Obodo, Tai Taiwo, Kanu Nwako. Can this stadium again host such a game? And don't forget, by next year, this same state will host the National Sports Festival. This is a bad PR for the state. And they interviewed the stadium manager. He said such a thing will still continue because the state didn't revenue. He was not making an excuse that the organizer of the event did not notify them that they want to use the pitch, that they only want to use the supporters' side where they used to sit. that they said because they invited the Alake of Ibadan, they invited Obasanjo, they invited the governor.
That's not an
none of them were there yesterday.
That's even if they came there, that does not tell them.
Look at
There are a lot of space
at Kuto.
Even not on the pitch. If you move into the stadium, a lot of space were there, which some people, there's some organization use for so many things like that. You decorate it. No, that's not it.
Look at Ndalawa Stadium. Nothing is done to the stadium.
And it's not even recognized anymore.
The oldest stadium in Ogun State.
It's not even recognized anymore.
It was not recognized
at all.
The gates need to go, and yesterday they didn't train. But whenever they wanted sometimes, they went to the training pitch, which is not even up to 11 players. And you want the team to promote.
No,
I think it's time for Governor Prince Nababiano, please help us do something to this. Please, we beg you.
We talked about this. We begged the governor of Ogun State, his person of Prince Dakwa Abiodun, to look into this. Talked about this, about the sports manager, the stadium
November
manager.
11, someone said the comment section of someone said November 11, another event is coming. He got the IV.
On November 11, could this be happening to our state? We should not just fold our hands. Help us in looking up to this. Don't let Ogun State be the top notch, which people talked about, like Ogun State pitch. We don't have any pitch here in Abeokuta at the central of the state. We don't have any pitch. The one we have is this MKO Stadium, which everybody was looking into. When they renovate it, I was so happy, like, oh, this stadium is coming to a new thing. Unfortunately, all these are starting up. Please help us in looking up to this, look into it, and talk about it. Let's not this happen again. Please, we beg unto our governor and all the stadium managers. Please, let's look into that. May God Almighty help us. This will be the end of Sportville today. We call it a wrap today, which will meet by God's grace tomorrow. We'll talk about the news that's coming up. Because we'll give you the futures of the matches that will come up tomorrow again. So this will be the end of today's program, and I remain Ibrahim Onigbinde.
By tomorrow, we'll give you update on the draws of the Africa Cup of Nations, which is going to happen today. At Abidjan. The draws will be made where we know where Super Eagle of Nigeria will be placed. I remain Sowole Moshood. God bless Nigeria, Ogun State, and Al-IyamoyeTv.
Thank you.
Your Saturdays just got better. 7 hours of live streaming of football games.
Messi.